Calls have increased drastically for the Bois Fire Protection District over the past several years, and now it's struggling to keep up with both manpower and equipment. It's turning to voters for help this April. Here to talk with us about that tonight is the Fire Chief, Jamie Kilburn, and Raymond Snider, who's the Vice President of the board. Thank you both so much for being here with us tonight. So, Chief, let's start with the call volume. How much has that increased over the years?
We've seen about a 363% increase in the last 18 years, and in the last 4 years we're seeing a 23-25% increase. So it is starting to tax our resources. And
this is a volunteer fire protection district, correct?
Yes, it is. We're a completely volunteer district.
So obviously we need some more resources for the fire protection district. Raymond, talk to me about this tax increase that people are going to see and be voting on April 2nd.
Well, right now our tax rate's 31 cents. We're asking for an additional 12 cents just to keep the doors open, basically. I mean, we've got to replace some apparatus. We're spending way too much money on repairs on trucks and things that we just don't feel like we're spending everybody's money the right way right now.
Let's talk about that, because you said in the past 18 years calls have increased by 363%. Your equipment's older than that, especially the fire trucks. Talk to me about the need for more equipment.
We are spending, approximately 51% of our money, our tax money, on vehicle repairs and insurance alone. Our station size at Station 1 is based on older trucks sizes, and the vehicles have gotten substantially larger. And so for vehicles, when we do replace right now, we have to buy older vehicles, and it's difficult to find vehicles that will fit in the spaces that we have. So we are wanting to build a new building, a new Station 1, and obviously that comes along with needing to upgrade equipment because of the size of apparatus. The apparatus size has changed.
And so I read on your Facebook, one of your Facebook posts, that the average age of your fleet is from 1986. So that's more than 30 years old at this point. And like you're saying, the building structure can't exactly accommodate the new trucks that are needed to help better fight these fires.
Exactly. And
with an increase in calls, too, these trucks are getting used more.
Exactly. At our Station 1, we're double parked, meaning that there's 2 trucks per one exit or entry door. And so, we're cramped in there.
There's about 11 districts in Greene County, correct? How are you all in the revenue department there?
We are last, pretty much. We're one of the districts within $1,000 of income, what we are. So we're pretty well last on income.
Okay, and that's something that this tax increase will help with then? It
will help, that's right. But we'll still be in the bottom tier, but we're only asking for what we think we got to have to take care of the people. We're not doing anything overboard.
This is all for the safety of people in your district as well. Can you talk more about that?
Well, what people got to understand, we have fought with this for 2 years, and it's come to the point where we just have to ask. And we hate to, because you're talking about our neighbors, our friends, but we pay those taxes too. I live in the district, just like everybody else, most of the people that work for the fire department. But it's come to the point to where that when that truck is sitting in a shop too much, when that call comes out, that truck doesn't roll. So therefore, the people don't get the service they deserve or the protection. And if that truck, let's say it's a tanker truck, and you got a fire call, then Willard or somebody else is going to have to roll that truck to get there to help us, because we don't have enough to fight the fire. And it's happening more and more all the time. It's just we're just spending too much money on repairs. And if we could buy newer equipment, the people will get a lot better service. We won't be spending as much on repairs. And the building, as far as that goes, that building's over 50 years old. It's just, when I came on, we had 3 trucks. It was very adequate. But with the call volume going the way it is, as much as it's up, we've got more trucks now, we've got more personnel. It's just a lot harder. It's a lot more involved, and we can't provide adequate
response time.
Right.
and protection
Continue.
for our people with what we've got right now. We just can't do it.
And real quick, the last question I want to ask you, of course, Election Day is April 2nd. You're trying to educate the public on
Right.
what this vote is about. There's an informational meeting coming up.
Right.
Can you tell me about that? When is that, and what will you be talking about?
It is Tuesday night, the 19th.
March 19th.
March 19th at the Bois Baptist Church, 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Everybody's welcome to come. We're just going to lay it all on the line, show them what's going on, why we're wanting to do this, answer questions, you know, and get everybody's feedback. You know, we're not trying to hide anything. You know, it's all up front.
Very good. All right, and of course you will be voting on Election Day, April 2nd, if you live in the Bois Fire Protection District, whether or not to pass this tax increase of 12 cents to help these firefighters out in
Right.
doing their jobs. Thank you both so much for being
Thank you
here.
very much for having us.
We'll be right back.